What if I told you that one of the smartest, most talented quarterbacks in the SEC hasn't even started a game yet? No, I'm not talking about Arch Manning. This one's a former baseball prodigy. He graduated high school 2 years early, and he just graduated with his first college degree at just 19 years old. And in 2025, he's stepping into Lane Kiffin's offense with weapons all around him. Ole Miss might have a secret weapon at quarterback that's about to break out, and his name is Austin Simmons. My name is Zach, this is the Sports Corner at Choose Adventure Media, and let's get into it. Lane Kiffin has a history of turning good quarterbacks into great ones. Matt Corral became one of the most dynamic players in the country under Kiffin. Jackson Dart was just drafted in the first round after putting up over 4,200 passing yards and 32 total touchdowns last year. And now it's Austin Simmons' turn, and some believe he's the most naturally gifted quarterback Kiffin has ever had. Simmons isn't your average SEC quarterback. He was a top-ranked pocket passer from South Florida, but he also had a 90-mile-per-hour fastball and legitimate MLB buzz as a baseball prospect. But even more impressive, he graduated high school as a 17-year-old sophomore, skipping not one, but 2 grades and enrolled early at Ole Miss. Originally committed to Florida, Simmons flipped to Ole Miss at the last second, betting on Lane Kiffin's track record with quarterbacks and his fit in the system. That rare mix of brains, arm talent, and athleticism makes him one of the most fascinating young players in college football. Simmons didn't see much game action in 2024, but when he did, it came against one of the best teams in the country. In the first quarter against Georgia, when Jackson Dart went down with an injury, Simmons led an 80-yard touchdown drive that showed flashes of real potential. He showed poise, arm strength, confidence in the pocket, and the ability to read a defense under pressure. That drive really helped kickstart the Rebels into a dominant win over the Bulldogs. Without Simmons, who knows if they ever get that momentum and win their biggest game of the season? It was just one drive, but it didn't feel like a fluke. It felt like a preview of what's to come. With Jackson Dart off to the NFL, it's now Simmons' turn to run the offense. This will be his 3rd year in the system, and Lane Kiffin has said he's further along than most young quarterbacks he's coached, and he's a phenomenal leader. And the talent around him is absolutely legit. Ole Miss returns 3 wide receivers who each had at least 720 receiving yards last season. Dejon Stribling, who transferred in from Oklahoma State, racked up over 880 yards in 2024. Harrison Wallace from Penn State posted 720 yards and brings big game experience after playing deep into the college football playoff. And Caden Lee, back from last year's Ole Miss squad, had 874 yards and emerged as a legit wide receiver 1. He's also one of Simmons' good friends off the field, so you can't help but wonder if that's going to translate to on-the-field success as well. So Simmons isn't stepping into a rebuild. He's walking into a loaded offense with experienced weapons and a coach who knows how to call plays for a quarterback like him. But what really separates Simmons from other breakout candidates is who he is off the field. In a recent interview, Simmons talked a lot about the relationship he needs to build with his teammates, not just during practice, but off the field too.
Oh, definitely just bonding with each other, really trying to get to know each other outside the field. I think that's key when it comes to playing a sport like this. It's very emotional. You don't really know when a certain person has your back unless you truly know them. Trying to get to know everyone, be around everyone, get to know them for other than just being a football player on the field, you know?
He totally understands that leadership isn't just about stats, it's about trust. He's also shown remarkable maturity in his decision making. In 2024, Simmons played baseball at Ole Miss as well, but this spring he stepped away from the sport. Not because he wasn't good enough, but because he understood the commitment it takes to be a starting quarterback in the SEC. He's all in on football. And he's not just smart on the field. He's graduating this month with a degree that includes a triple minor in business, exercise science, and sports management. Keep in mind, he should have graduated this month from high school, but since he graduated high school early, he just completed his bachelor's degree. He already knows that he wants to work in sports management after his playing days are over, and he's planning to use his experience in this early NIL era to build connections and knowledge he'll need to succeed long term. That's a rare mindset at any age, let alone at 19. And the best part, he's got a great sense of humor. Whenever someone asks him if he's Austin Simmons, he jokes and says,
"No, I'm not." No. That's I don't know. People say I look like him. Like, that's not me.
He's cool under pressure, he doesn't take himself too seriously, and he's not overwhelmed by the spotlight. That was obvious on that drive against Georgia, and it's why his coaches weren't surprised. Simmons was built for this moment. Austin Simmons is the total package. Physically gifted, mentally sharp, and emotionally mature. He hasn't started a game yet, but don't be shocked if he finishes the year as one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more breakout player profiles, team previews, and off-season storylines all summer long. This has been the Sports Corner at Choose Adventure Media, and I'll see you next time.